Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 4 of the Lads Podcast. And today I am joined by my host, Jerry Miller. Hello, Jerry. Hello. He just left the call. I think his power went out.
Oh,
You back, Jerry?
yeah.
That was a mess.
That was a bit of a mess.
I introed. Alright, anyway, I'm joined by my host, Jerry Miller.
Hello.
And my guest, UnknitDiamond72, also known as Ben.
Howdy.
So,
It's a pleasure to be here.
yeah, so today we're going to be talking about some stuff. I got some stuff to talk about, but we also have some viewer submitted questions, which is always great.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll keep that up for when we do these for the future ones if it remains. I only got like 2, but they're questions nonetheless. So I feel like to properly start this off, we should talk about our guest and his lore, his deep lore.
He has a lore.
His lore storied
lore.
across the stars.
It's not the best story, I will say. I'm not the most proud of it, but
You can start as soon as you want. Like you can start like last week, or you could start from the beginning, from the dawn of time.
welcome to my monologue, ladies and gentlemen. So the lore. Should I do my lore in general, or my logo, or?
You can do all of it.
Do whatever you want.
Alright. Well, once upon a time, years ago, I made a YouTube channel, which is currently what it has become today. Not much, but it's honest work.
Ain't much past that. Yes. Agreeable.
And I started making, crappy Minecraft videos, and I did a couple short films with Nerf guns and things I will never do again. And long story short, I kept making videos, and then my account would die, and I'd come back, make videos, and then it would die. And very recently, just this past year, I really got into making videos again and growing my account. Several times I've been cooperating with Taylor, making short films and duo partnership videos with Legume Technologies.
Yeah, just kind of collaborate on whenever we do work, we kind of bounce off of each other. Like for me, it's kind of like I kind of do things solo just because of gaming. But if I'm doing anything else, I usually talk to you about it. And it's also just good to talk shop with you about like random stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's good fun. I do enjoy all of the Legume Technologies and the SCP. I like SCP Recovered just because I like SCP, and I kind of, the thing is it's so expansive. I kind of need a reason to go into it.
Well, yeah. The SCP stuff is also, a long story. But I think it's cool because some people, like, semi-famous on YouTube, like the Volgun, they do covers of SCPs with audio logs and everything. But they really only hit, like, the popular SCPs. There are some really interesting, undiscovered ones on the wiki. You just gotta, look for them and
Just
find them.
gotta dig.
Yeah. And then we have the Legume Technologies, which is also fascinating on its own. The lore on that is this past year in speech and debate, our class in high school.
Yeah, we have speech and debate class. I enjoyed that class, and we made some great stuff.
Cursed stuff, may it be, but
I dropped something. Alright. I'm good now.
Yeah. Well, we were assigned a task to do a Shark Tank-like project where we would invent a product, develop an advertisement for it, a campaign, posters, or whatever, and pitch it to a panel of judges who would select the best product from the class, and they would, quote, win, unquote. And so Taylor was in my group, and we decided to name our group Legume Technologies solely because I'm allergic to legumes.
Yeah. That was that I feel like it was a while ago just
Yeah,
because of this quarantine. This quarantine has just extended the days, I
it was
feel.
back in February, I believe. Um, yeah, it was a long time ago. But so what happened was my group decided to make a really good product. We had a couple days to brainstorm, and we spent all of our brainstorming days making the people plow. Basically, an attachable plow that you can just put on your body and ram into crowds of people to maintain social distancing.
I love that idea so
And
much.
then,
Where can I get one?
oh, you can go to our website,
Yeah, you can go to what is it, Legume Dash Tech?
technology, something like that. Yeah,
It'll be in the description.
yeah,
Link
link
in the
there.
description.
Yeah, and come to think of it, People Plow doesn't have its own advertisement. It's only made cameo appearances in our other ads.
Yeah. Same thing with the Angry Bees in a bottle.
Yeah. And then the last minute, the teacher was like, how about you come up with another project? So after searching endlessly, we've stumbled upon the eye garden, and we developed our presentation based on that, made ourselves a video advertisement, and I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know. Did we? I can't remember. Did we win?
Yeah, our group won the presentation, and there
Ooh,
goes Thunder.
Thunder be rumbling.
Yeah. Just
So I don't know about you, Jerry. Have you seen any of his stuff? I think I linked his channel to you.
I think I took a look at the channel once. It was some good stuff. I was quite intrigued.
the the human seeds. That
yeah.
that I
The,
think that was our best Legume Technologies work.
the the human seats is a funny story. I biked over to my friend's house, and I forget what we were talking about, but somehow we came up with the idea that you basically grow humans outside of the ground that are connected via umbilical cord, and then you can harvest the humans. And then I said, "This sounds like a great idea for our company," and I commissioned them to do some artwork for it, and I got Taylor to do the AARP uh, video for it.
Hello, I am a paid voice actor, and I am an unpaid voice actor. I don't know what I'm on about.
Unpaid intern.
Yeah, I'm an unpaid voice actor. I'm not even a paid voice actor. At this point, I might as well just get into the industry.
Oh yeah, and you do voice acting in all my SCP recovered videos. I'm sure people by now are like, "Haven't I heard this guy before?" Like,
Yeah, I'm sure if they're fans of your channel and they went to mine, they would hear my voice and it's like, who is that guy?
is that Dr. Muhammad Scott?
Yeah, is that Doctor? Hello, I am Dr. Muhammad Scott. my
That
my
was fun.
I yeah, I do like I did like that. I honestly maybe I should go into like do some like freelance voice acting on the side because that's just
Yeah,
fun. I like doing that. I'm not
yeah.
good. I'm not good at like I'm not. I haven't gone to school for it or anything, so it's not like I know all the tricks and tips.
Now, I really want to do that for my own videos, but I can't do the main voiceover and all the people in the interviews and audio logs because then it's just me.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure I could do a couple like accents or change up my voice.
Yeah,
But
yeah. A lot of voice actors have a lot of range. Like a lot of good voice actors have range. So
yeah,
so they can do a lot of different voices, which I certainly can't do. I can either do something really serious, a totally fake accent, or I can do like something that's just like completely ridiculous and not realistic.
yeah, for sure. I can change my pitch. I can change my inflection. I think how I sound happy, sad, and that's basically it.
Yeah, because I've done regular acting, so I
Like,
know a bit
act,
about like how to act like I'm different
yeah, acting's
emotions.
fun. Um, I was actually watching the Three Stooges the other day, which, by the way, is timeless.
Of course.
Uh, and so basically, the Stooges were doing a skit, and I forget what it's called. I think it's called "Slowly I Turned," and it's a famous skit. And what happens is, um, there's a person talking to another guy about how he spent his whole life chasing this man that ruined his career and everything, and he mentions all these specific cities, and then he finally mentions he caught up with him in Niagara Falls. And every time the second person mentions Niagara Falls, he kind of gets triggered with PTSD almost. And then he says the famous line, "Slowly I turned, step by step, inch by inch." And then, like, they beat him up, and then he apologizes, and it just kind of repeats and gets worse every time.
Of course.
Yeah. And then a third guy comes along, and when they say Niagara Falls, he too has PTSD, but instead of beating up the person that says it, they beat up the same guy that they've been beating up the whole time.
Yeah. I I know I've seen scenes from that, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Yeah,
I should definitely. There's a lot of classic films that I've just like seen scenes from, and
mm,
like, and then I'll be like, I should probably actually watch that because I know a lot about Monty Python and I've seen a lot of
yeah.
scenes from Monty Python, but I haven't seen the entire movie.
We
That
tried
that
to watch it once.
We did.
yeah. Um that was the way I saw lots of scenes on YouTube, and then I got the DVD and watched it. And I probably saw all the scenes at one point because there wasn't really anything left for me to be like, wow, but
Yeah.
it's an interesting movie. Uh, hmm,
So we should probably talk about. I'm assuming that's it for your lore, right? We
yeah,
did we cover everything? I feel like we did.
a little bit. I mean, my logo, which nobody really can tell what that is.
Oh
Um,
right, you're
yeah, yeah. Since I do the SCP videos, I took the basic Chaos Insurgency logo, touched up with paint and some fog and all this cool editing stuff, and I made it into my own logo. And I decided, well, I don't have anything to use it for, so might as well put it in my YouTube channel. And
that's
one,
just the way it be.
yeah, I almost think it almost looks like yours a little bit, just different colors. How we both have the circle inside, then a larger circle, and then the different
Yeah,
swirls.
mine is interesting because I found the outside ring online. It labeled for reuse with modification, of course. It was open license, but I picked that and then I put the CMNH balloon in the middle,
Hmm.
and then I recolored that.
Yeah.
So
Um, and stuff like that. I try to use copyright infringement free stuff or what is it? Can't remember. Public domain.
yeah, that's basically what it is. Clip art. Also just open license stuff like you can just go to Google and filter out to see things that are in the public domain.
And that's also a lot of great things about the SCP articles because they're published under public domain. And so I can use the photos and screenshots and make my own videos off of it and not get bullied
Struck.
for
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless, this picture specifically says only for use in article, please do not redistribute.
Yeah.
Fun little side story. Sometime last year over in Russia, some guy tried to claim the SCP wiki as his own work,
I've heard of that story.
and the
That
Russian
was-
government, being communist, said, okay, now you're the owner. So then basically a lot of people got together and they had a GoFundMe page, and I think their goal was $50,000 to hire a lawyer, and they got like 500,000. So they took him to court, and then coronavirus came by and they had to like delay it. But so
I'm surprised it's
Russia,
not down then.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
because there's conflicting claims, so I'm not. I think he wanted to say you can use it as long as I make money off of it, and they're like,
Right.
no, it's free.
Yeah. SCP isn't the public domain because it's a collaborative wiki. Every single creator on there owns a piece of it, really. It's
I've
their
thought,
own intellectual property, sort of,
y-
but it's
yeah,
under the public license, so you can use it.
right. I've considered making SCPs before, but the wiki is weird because I've tried to register and it says like we've sent an email to you and I never get the email and it's not in my junk folders and I check all online and everybody has the same problem, but
That's interesting. That might be the case then, because if somebody bought it, they might have done something to the domain where it's like
well, to my
they messed up the automation of the messages or whatever like that.
to my understanding, it's only affecting the Russian branch of the Foundation, not the United States, and it's been like that for a couple years. I think it's just the wiki they use is a bit buggy.
Right. Uh, is it just Wikidot or is it its own thing?
I can actually check real quick.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking right now.
Wiki.net.
Do they use wiki pages?
It's the link is scpwiki.com.
Yeah, it's Wikidot.
And yeah, Wikidot. So I have all my credentials set up when I go into sign into or create account, but it won't
Yeah,
let me in.
Wikidot is typically a little buggy. It's similar to fandom in that sense. Like they're kind of one and the same.
Yeah.
Fandom and Wikidot, they're because I use those a lot when I'm doing research for my D&D games.
Mm.
I use both of those, and and yeah, they're buggy,
Yeah.
but they have a lot of good stuff in it, so they stay around.
Yeah. Speaking of D&D, I yesterday bought myself a D60 dice.
a 60
It's
sided dice.
it's literally just a ball,
Yeah.
but I figured I gotta I gotta get this.
Have you seen a D100 in real life?
Not in real life, but I've seen photos of it.
One of my elementary school teachers brought one in one day just to show us that it was a thing. We were so shocked.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just a ball. I mean, well, the way it works is there's a formula to this. The number of side, what is it? Whatever, math. I'm not
What?
gonna get that in depth on.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
I
That
believe
is how the dice work. Yes.
yes, Pythagorean theorem. No, it's a sides of a and gone. Ah, yes. Find the sum of the interior angles. Yeah. So it's it's the number of sides multiplied by 2, and then multiply that number by 180, and that's the angle of the
Sides.
so that's the angle each side would be. So in between each side.
Right.
So let's say we
So
do a four-sided multiplied by 2, 8. Wait, you know what?
just do
Whatever.
a 6-sided die, and then you multiply that by 2, and it's 12.
Is it divide by 180? I might be wrong. Whatever, math. My math teacher would be disappointed right now.
Mine too. No, I mean, based on my grade, she'll probably not be surprised, but
I'm in AP statistics.
well,
Well, I'm
I'm
going
in.
to be.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so we've been kind of excluding Dear Jerry here for a minute.
Hi, I'm
I've
here.
It's like touchstones. I keep meaning to rope him into this conversation, and then me and Taylor get going back and
Oh,
forth. And
touchstones. Oh, the flashbacks.
Anyone remember Touch Pebbles?
oh yeah,
Pebbles.
elementary school version.
Somebody asked if middle school is touchstones and elementary school is touch pebbles, what is high school? This was back.
Touch boulders.
This was back, and
Oh.
somebody said touch bowlers, and my teacher was like, yes.
Oh, we used to always talk about
My
that.
teacher said yes.
Oh,
Well, did they know that she was leading us astray? And then I feel like I feel like someone said this, but maybe this came out of my own head. College was touch cliffs or something like that.
that sounds kind of cool though.
touch
the cliff.
Touch
the
cliffs.
That sounds majestic. I venture into the woods and I touch the cliff.
You know, I should totally get Jerry to be a voice actor. Okay,
oh,
fine.
he's gone.
He's gone. He didn't like that.
I think his internet just keeps cutting, but he doesn't say anything about it.
Out again. I'm back.
What happens? What is happening?
I don't know. I guess just bad internet connection.
Okay.
You only cut out whenever we start talking about you.
Ah,
Yeah, we
my
were
friend
talking
doesn't
about
like
how
being
you
talked about.
should probably be a voice actor.
Yeah, I heard that bit and I was starting to comment, but yeah, the audio cut out. Oh.
Anyway,
Well,
you were
what I
saying.
was saying was, I had offers like that before, so maybe you're onto something.
Maybe.
Maybe you know, freelance work serves you well, I think, as a person. So
Yeah, that sounds like me.
so maybe voice acting once you like study it. Maybe.
Oh, I just remembered. I submitted my lasting effects short film into the Cecil County Millburn Festival.
Ooh.
Then that get
Film.
canceled.
It's not canceled. I checked their website, and I think they might do it virtually, but they said as far as we know so far, it's going to take place. I think they notify me on like September 8th if my film is accepted or denied. And then like the 10th, I'm given information.
Is it
and then like
independent film festival?
Might be. I can check.
Because I'm looking. Yeah. So it's pretty far away. Like date wise.
It might not be. Let me do some typing.
Anyway.
E.
So So, yeah, Lasting Effects I think is a good short film.
Yeah, it lacks something, but that's because it's made independently. Not.
Yeah.
We were going to do part 2 back in winter before we got COVID,
Yeah, that was all COVID. I was like,
and
it would probably be chill, but then it really wasn't. I
and
was
then
like,
we made the then we made the choice to delay part 2 until next fall, so it fits with the theme. Even though a summer thing could be cool. Let's see here. So this is. I'm trying. I found the website. Let me try to get. Hmm.
so anyway, like we were saying, voice actor, Jerry.
Voice acting.
Yes.
Well, we do have a little bit of experience with D&D and all, because you
Yeah.
kind of have to do some bit of voice acting for that.
Yeah, if you're not doing voice acting, you're doing regular acting with emotion. So that's like the least you can do.
Okay, so I found the information about the film festival. It's called the Independent Film Festival. The notification date is September 8th, and the event is on the 12th to the 15th, 2020. So yeah, if they still have it, which it looks like they will as of now, I can give you and Jerry here the information about it and come to the screening. If
That
it's
sounds.
bold of me to assume I don't get denied.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what's it cost for screening? I mean,
It's free.
ah,
Ooh,
we do like
Uh,
free.
we do like to hear that.
I'm pretty sure it's free. If there's money involved, they didn't tell me about it.
Yeah, awards and prizes. We're still in the process of finding. Okay.
Did you find the website about it?
Yeah, Film Freeway.
Yeah. Actually, I think you can watch my lasting effects on Film Freeway.
Oh, so it's like uploaded in there?
Yeah, I uploaded. I think I put the link to my YouTube video. Yeah, I did. So when people watch it on Film Freeway, I also gain a view on YouTube, I believe.
Interesting.
So
I will take a more in-depth look after this podcast. Because
hey, it has 123 views.
yeah, so people have seen it.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about normal news. So Fortnite, okay?
Fortnite.
You know it. You may or may not love it. I certainly do not.
I don't.
I definitely don't.
And you know Apple, tech company, Steve
I know
Jobs,
Apple, yes.
turtleneck.
Got my.
Okay, got it.
He
So,
do be looking fresh though.
does Steve Jobs look fresh?
He do be looking fresh.
I want you to Google Steve Jobs real quick. Oh,
Fresh, Taylor.
I'm looking fresh. Okay, got it.
No, he be looking fresh, Taylor.
I'm pretty sure.
You wish you could look as fresh.
Steve Jobs,
When we're
died
editing the video,
October 5th.
He looking so fresh.
when you're editing the video, you gotta slap a photo of Steve Jobs right when Jerry says Steve Jobs do be looking fresh.
You gotta do it, Taylor.
I will.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Steve Jobs is dead though. Just a thought.
He do be fresh.
He do be looking fresh though.
He
All
do.
right, I'm yeah, okay.
That went off on a tangent.
What do you mean? We were just talking. You were just saying that he looking fresh. That was
yeah,
it.
but that wasn't the original topic.
No, okay, so Fortnite versus Apple.
Basically, yeah. So Fortnite so in the Apple App Store, there's this deal that you make whenever you put something on the iOS store. uh, 30% of everything you make goes to Apple. Okay? It's kind of a lot, but Epic was like, but what if we had all of it? And they put a in-app store to buy V-Bucks, which circumvented the reason to buy it on the Apple App Store because they made the price of V-Bucks lower. So basically, people were buying it on the Epic, the way Epic was doing it through their app instead of doing it through the App Store. And Apple was like, well, you can't do that, so they banned them. They are not allowed on the Apple App Store anymore. Uh, a couple of days later, might have been the next day, I don't know. Very soon after, lawsuit from Epic Games. And in this lawsuit, they were claiming
Breach of contract?
no, just Apple had a monopoly over their iOS devices because you can't put, there's no other way to install an app on your iOS device except for through the App Store.
Well, I vaguely remember getting some sort of off-brand Chinese Pokemon Go from the internet on my phone years ago. Probably had some viruses, but
Yeah, but that's not like the proper way. Like
well, yeah, it's
like the App Store is the only proper way to get apps on iOS devices.
all right.
So that was the lawsuit, but what was the interesting part, at least for me, the thing that caught my eye is Apple did a parody of their 1984 commercial that Apple did,
Uh-huh.
and it was very I thought it was the most interesting thing because uh Epic is perpetuating this uh how you say Apple is Epic is perpetuating this view that they are the little guys that are standing up against the big guys when really the case is more like they Epic is huge. They are using their Fortnite money to make a point, pretty much.
Right, so it's basically one very large company going against one very large monopoly,
Of course.
and they both have claims. It's almost like Disney, and if everybody remembers last year about this time when Spider-Man Far From Home came out, they wanted Tom Holland to do another film, and Disney wanted like 85% of the money and all the revenue from the merchandise sold and art and everything. And Sony wanted something like, I don't know, like 10% more. And Disney kept, they have a monopoly over everything except for Spider-Man because that is,
Yeah, that's
not
that's licensed to Sony. Sony kind of
Sony.
owns part.
Right. And they had a huge dispute, and Sony didn't want to give in because, Disney owns everything. So, yeah, kind of like that. Every now and then, two superpowers fight it out.
Yeah, I just think it's really interesting how one always seems to take up this view that they are the little guy, when really they're both massive and they have more money than me or you could ever dream of.
Actually, I'm closer to being a millionaire than Bill Gates.
How you say that?
Well,
I
because
get it.
Oh, right, because what's his net worth?
oh,
Several billions.
$114 billion. Yeah, so he has to go a lot further down,
Down a lot.
and you
Then
you
would
have to go up. I mean,
So I'm not,
all he has to do is just lose a bunch of money in high risk trading. I figured he could become a millionaire from he could downgrade from a billionaire to a millionaire in like a week.
I mean, you can only buy so many mansions and so many,
Yeah, but
Teslas.
if you just do some high risk trading, invest in a Saudi oil company that's about to go into the ground.
But there's a very slim chance that that doubles back and you make like 3 times the profit.
I guess so.
I mean, you could donate it all to charity, but
Yeah, that would be the fastest way. But does donating charity? Yeah, because donating to charity, you're losing money, so your net worth is.
when you when you have money like that, you usually have financial advisors and put it into separate banks or things. So if I go up and I say I want to withdraw all of my money,
They're
all of my advisors and the bank's going to be
they're
like,
gonna stop
"Sir,
you.
yeah, they're going to stop me, but it's my money, so well, it's not my money, it's Bill Gates' money, but
Yeah,
you know,
you'll probably have to prove to them multiple times that you are sane.
I just want to give all of my 14 billion to charity."
Yeah, 114. Yeah, that's what I say. That is a ridiculous amount of money. Like even $1 million is enough, like more than enough to live off of. Like you could live comfortably with $1 million just for your whole life. All right, so everyone, sorry for the interruption. We had to get going because there was a storm outside cutting off our power and internet, and plus my mother called me to dinner, so there was that.
Then I had dinner.
Anyway, we're back at 7:40. Believe it or not, the recording started around I want to say 4 o'clock.
Yep.
So yeah, we've been out here. Anyway, so we're going to end with I have a question. How this works for people who don't know is each one poses a unprompted question to the group and we answer it. I can go first, I suppose, since I'm ready.
Yes.
I have a question. What have you been doing to prevent stir craziness?
You cut out there for a moment for me, so
Okay,
is
I shall repeat myself.
okay.
What have you been doing to prevent stir craziness?
Okay, I guess I'll go first.
All right, I'll
Um,
let you. Yeah.
I have been, I don't know. Recently, I've been biking around my house, but my problem is that I live on a hill, and everywhere near me is, either uphill or downhill. So I bought myself a conversion kit, and I've been working on my bike and biking, and so yeah,
Oh,
I've
right,
been,
you told me about this. The electric bike. That
yeah, it's nice, and I can now bike to my friend's house,
within
and
a reasonable amount of
yeah.
time.
So
That's great.
what took me 40 minutes now takes me 15 minutes. So that's
That's
what I've been
efficient.
doing.
Progress.
How about you, Jerry?
Um, let's see. Well, I think the craziness has gotten to me already. So like, but no,
Already.
already,
What?
already,
What do you mean already?
already,
It's been
Taylor.
several months.
Has it?
It's been almost
Has
a year.
has 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 it been?
It's been like since March.
Has
Yeah.
has it been?
Yeah, and it's
Okay, the
August.
bit's over. The bit's over. Um, uh, mainly I draw, so I've been doing that. That's kept me going, I guess. Um, yeah, I draw. I draw. No, I go on nature walks sometimes. I like to
Oh,
be
I
out in the
like those.
woods.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, those are good. I take nature walks fairly regularly. We have a pond close by that we take care of, so I go down usually daily to check on that, make sure everything's working all right. So
How do you
that's
make
given
sure
me
a
something to do.
pond is working?
There's a drainage pipe that we have to keep clear of algae and such.
Uh,
Yeah, and we have to keep cattail populace down and stuff like that.
You should chlorinate the pond.
We should. I think we do that. I don't know.
What, the pond? Do what to the pond?
Chlorinate it.
Oh, chlorinate.
Yes, chlorinate. Kill all the fish. Yes.
Just kill every. Just like dump a ton of chemicals into a lake.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of that, I just wanted to say, my friend's house that I've been biking to, they pump all of their like waste chemicals into a spot in the yard, and now there's a clover pit there, and you can tell that it's bad chemicals because while I was over there, I have found five-leaf clovers.
5-leaf.
5-leaf. I've never found a 4-leaf clover, but I've found plenty of 5-leaf clovers there.
I've never once seen a 5-leaf clover, and now
You cut off. You were at, I've never seen a 5-leaf clover.
yeah, and then it cut out. I said I've never seen a 5-leaf clover, but I am impressed.
Yeah, it's from the chemicals.
You love to see it.
It's just like military base in town that we live in. Data expunged.
How about you, Taylor? What have you been doing?
Okay, so Stir Craziness, basically podcasts talking to people almost daily, like people outside my family. And then also the same thing, like going outside. Not like going outside like breaking quarantine, but going outside like, you know, like Jerry was saying about the nature walks, camping often. That's something my family does. And while I do there, I take some time to go out and into the woodland parts. So yeah, videos help me stay sane because it gives me something to do, and then talking to people daily keeps me sane because
Human contact, kind of.
it gives me some sense of normality.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's mine. Who's next?
I guess I'll go.
Alrighty.
So since we talked about the SCP Foundation and everything, I wanted to bring up a question about this. Bold of me to assume it's not real, but if the Foundation was real and operated in secret, would you join? What department and why?
I've got answers, but I heard Taylor.
I was thinking, and you did cut out, so let's just leave it at that. So I do be thinking though. I was thinking realistically, I would probably, because they're operating in secret and I found them out, they would probably put me in D class just because that's what they need the most. But I would definitely be you know, another scientist in the facility. I don't really know all the names.
Well, I mean, they have like research, engineering, combatives, you know.
Probably.
I mean, I could go on and on, like logistics. You know, like then there's people that like do the cover-ups and stuff like that.
Yeah. I would either be. I don't know. I feel like it would be too much of a moral decision for me to do the cover-ups, but I would probably do. I would probably either do research or engineering, just because those are the, you know, science stuff.
Yeah.
I would get worried about the moral concerns, similar to when we learned about Site 13 in Recovered.
So you could always be the ethics committee.
Right, there's that. Which I don't think the ethics committee are too concerned about, well, ethics. As we learned from Site 13 and location data expunged.
Yeah. Well, you could always be that ethics committee. Just sit by and make sure nobody does something
I'll be
too questionable.
yeah, I'll be the what's it called, the guy. I'll be the one guy who wants more peace than all the other people. I'll be the peacemaker guy. Probably. Just I would probably evolve into more of that because I'm just like I just get a bit, well, concerned about the whole ethics. If an SCP kind of looks like a human, I kind of get concerned, right? All right,
Get that.
next.
Wait,
Who's
I haven't
next?
answered.
Yeah, and I need to answer too.
Oh yeah, you do too. Anyway, I'm not as like knowledgeable of SCP as you two are, but I do really like it. I did pay attention to it more in like the beginning of quarantine, so like my knowledge of it is faded, but I definitely know I wouldn't want to work there, like at all. Like,
A lot of bad stuff happens there.
yeah, with how many breaches and all the things in there that can kill you. Why?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I got to say about it.
But what if you had to?
If I had to, well, then I don't really have a choice now, do I?
At that point, if they force you to work there, you'd probably be a Class D.
Yeah, you'd be a D
that's
class
that's
and
what I was
die.
saying. That's what I was saying before. Realistically, I would probably be Class D because I wouldn't want to work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But
so
yeah,
me,
sorry. I was just saying that if you're powerful enough, you're usually okay.
yeah. Well, if I had to work there, and he cut out again. If I had to work at the foundation, I don't know. If I knew of their existence, I might want to join because you figured with the high risk of breaches and everything, you got to get paid a lot, and
That's true.
You bring up a good point.
and you don't need to do much to get involved. Like, let's say I work at a restaurant and I make really good cheese pizzas. Suppose there's an SCP and the foundation hires me to make one cheese pizza to like contain an SCP or something. So I do it. I'm already in on all the secrets of the foundation, so they keep me on as a chef in the foundation, you know. So then you start as a cook and then could work my way up. But if I had to choose a department, combative, that always sounds like a lot of fun, but you have the highest chance of death. Researching, I don't want to be like in Stranger Things, the people that unethically do
Yeah,
mind control experiments.
that's the biggest thing I'm concerned about if I was a research is ethics.
It might be cool to be like a site director, just kind of manage things, because I mean that's administrative department, because then you're not bound to one thing, you just kind of oversee people. um yeah, I guess administrative department. I was also going to say something else, but I totally forgot.
Yeah, either
I'd like
administrative to stay above all the craziness that happens, or
Yeah.
you be really really low but not class D. So like you said, a chef. Yeah,
Yeah,
be like a chef to stay below all the craziness that happens. Gotta
yeah,
go under the radar.
yeah. I mean, to have a group like that so large and secret, you obviously need people of every talent, whether it's cooks, whether it's just you could just be like an English professor and at a college, and you could be there to recruit people or just to make sure nothing unusual goes on. So
Right, man on the street to make sure not your secret don't get out.
of course, just the one thing is would be interesting is if you want to actually join and get deeper, you'd probably have to leave your family behind and if you've ever seen Men in Black, how they delete his identity, burn his fingerprints off,
Right.
just go off the grid so that way, fake your death, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, if I wanted to go deep, I would either be some sort of special agent or like a special agent in the sense where, like you said, recruiting people, um, and also doing like espionage type stuff
Yeah,
if they need it. Like you said, people of every talent.
yeah.
So if I wanted to go high, if I was aiming high, it would either be an admin position or like some sort of like secret guy.
Now I am intrigued. I want to start my own podcast and just kind of talk theories like we're doing now, instead of just, that might be cool.
That would be really cool. I'd like that. I'd watch. I would definitely
Yeah.
watch.
Right. Video ideas.
Video
Oh,
ideas.
yeah.
Yeah, you could do like an SCP podcast specifically.
Yeah. SCP cast.
I mean, you're kind of already doing that in Uncovered, but
Well, I mean, that's not really me and other people bouncing ideas. That's
right,
just
you're kind of speculating.
me reading from script and putting in like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Um,
you're not really do so much speculation on what the Foundation would actually work like realistically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and there's tons of videos out there specializing in just one thing, like how to join the Foundation or something, but nothing broad like just discussing it.
Right. That would be interesting.
I'd like it.
So, our final. I have a question.
Yeah, it's down to me. Woohoo!
It's always
Um,
down to you.
It. Oh yeah. um. So.
This
Mhm.
this would be the perfect time for you to lose connection.
Oh, it would
It would be
be.
amazing.
Let's hope it happens. Let's hope it happens. But no, I do have a question. This one comes from someone, a friend of mine that I asked because I couldn't think of one. But it is a good question, so I'll ask it. Have you ever been truly heartbroken over something? And if so, how did you react to it?
Truly heartbroken.
Yeah.
See, heartbreak is an interesting emotion because when you feel it, you feel absolutely powerless. It's the worst kind of feeling, I think.
Now I'm depressed.
now,
Well, I mean, I already was depressed, but now I'm depressed.
now you're really.
Yeah. It's I've been brutally heartbroken before. Worst mistake I ever made. It all started long ago.
Long ago in days of yore, it all began with a. Oh wait, I can't sing that. I get copyright.
Strike.
Oof.
So,
Is it over 5 seconds? Am I good?
so in elementary school, everybody remembers the Pokemon trading card game.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
had a rare legendary, what's it called? Like a, ooh, I can't remember what. Okay, I can't remember what the term is, but it's like ancient. Yeah, it was a rare ancient sparkly pink Mew card or
Oh,
Mewtwo card, and I traded it, and it had a sleeve and everything, and I loved it, and I regret that so much, and it like ended my
I
Pokemon career. And
I
I
would
googled
regret.
it the other day, and they go for like $35 now,
Yeah.
and every time I think about that, I die inside.
See, I can't really think of a specific moment of heartbreak, but I can assure you that it's the worst feeling. Uh,
Mr. Groth leaving us.
If he listens to the podcast.
I watch his YouTube videos. He should watch mine.
Anyway. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I just think it's the really the worst feeling you can have. Like, it's the worst emotion to feel. Like, seriously, not like oh, that's a really bad emotion, but like seriously, that's the worst emotion, because whatever it is, it's either you're letting someone else down, someone else is letting you you're just being let down, whether you're doing it or someone else is. And I just think that's like kind of a really bad thing to do. You know, an action like that could end like relationships, you know. So that's why I think it's kind of the worst thing to do, or the worst thing to feel.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
interesting, because some people can get used to that happening, being let down.
Yeah. Well, that's why people watch The Bachelor.
Yeah. People that are used. That's crazy. I can't imagine being acclimated to that much, to just being heartbroken.
Okay, hear me out, but The Bachelor's basically just Fortnite Battle Royale. It's like
I'd
23 people.
It's like Battle Royale, but dating.
23 people you drop inside of this map, which is like a large mansion, and you just gotta fight to the death to be like the winner.
Yeah, except you're speed dating.
Yeah.
The Bachelor would be a lot more interesting if it were a battle royale.
Yeah.
Everybody gets
I would watch that.
There's weapons hidden inside the house. Last one standing wins.
No, that's the new season of Big Brother.
Or Mr. Beast was gonna do something like that.
Mr. Beast. Alright, so you didn't answer your own question yet.
No, I haven't. Because I really agree with you on that. I can't pinpoint one specific moment where I've felt completely heartbroken, but I feel like I have experienced it, but I just can't pinpoint when. But I agree with you. It is a very horrible feeling like you've let someone down or like you're being let down. It sucks a lot. It's not great.
Does the not good.
It makes you feel very not good. You're right. It makes the heart go crack.
So for the first time in forever, we have viewer submitted questions.
Oh.
I'm waiting for Jerry to come back. Hey Jerry, welcome back to the fold.
Hi.
We were just about to talk about some viewer submitted questions.
Oh, nice.
So, we have a question, and it says, how do I get human seeds? Asking for a friend.
I feel like that's a you guys question.
Yeah, I think it is. I think you have to visit our store. Link in the description.
You can call our number, you can go to our store, and we have human seeds above ground, in-ground seeds.
Yeah, and it only costs an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
And don't worry about removing your arm and leg. We'll take care of it.
Oh yeah.
Get that thing right off.
We train our seeds to do it professionally. They just grab one and rip it off.
All right. So I have another one. I haven't read these before, but this one isn't a question, but it's a message to me.
Oh.
It says, "Hello Taylor, it's Eric. Not sure if you remember me, but we were friends in elementary school. Not much of a question, but I just wanted to say sup and hope everything is well."
Shout out to Eric.
Yeah,
That's a nice wholesome message.
Shout out to Eric, and I wanted to say I do remember you.
Hey.
Um, yeah, everything's pretty great. You know, uh, maybe we should get in touch again. We'll do some cool stuff from how far away is place he lives. That is all the user submitted questions. If you want to hear more, submit your own.
On my story, actually, on my Instagram, I posted a poll asking for people to come up with inventions for Legume Technologies, and some of these are strange, but I mean I can read them off.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody suggested a jar of fingernails,
Hmm.
birth control,
Just birth control.
Just birth control. Okay.
a death ray,
Death ray is
All right.
very fitting.
Bit better.
muffins.
We have to find some way though to like kind of, you know, kind of dodge around the fact that it's a death ray.
You make it look like a toy gun and you sell it to kids.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's got the perfect touch.
Just call it
The not death ray.
just call it
100%
not death ray.
not
Yeah.
a death ray.
Just totally not a death ray. Hello. My name is Taylor House, Chief Financial Officer of Legume Technologies. I'm here to introduce to you newest invention from our top scientists. We introduce to you a not death ray, made with 100% not a death ray.
Let's see here. We got a walking vacuum cleaner, an oven,
An oven.
a shirt that tells you when you need to take a shower.
That's better. There you go.
Can we make
And,
it really sarcastic?
Yeah. And from one of our members from the Salad Council, invisible jewelry.
That's definitely a well, honorable mention doesn't describe it because it's actually a good idea.
It's for when you want to be fashionable, but you don't want people to know.
Yes, of course. I feel like every intro could just be, "Hello, I'm Taylor House, Chief Financial Officer at Legume Technologies." Just the whole first part, the whole intro part of the script for Human Seeds. That's it. That's all you need for an intro. You never need to change it.
I got it. All right. Hello, I'm Dr. Muhammad Scott, and today we're introducing you something that has never been seen before. SCP-2755. 1255. SCP-1255 is an amazing grape, and when eaten, it encourages you to grow your own.
You're just inserting your ad into the end card right now. You're just inserting your ad into the end card right now because he is making another SCP recovered, and I'm in it again.
This has just turned into like an advertising campaign for my videos.
Yeah, it's just an advertising campaign for SCP recovered and Legume Technologies, basically.
It's free real estate.
All right. Anyway, I think we have reached the end. I think that's it.
That could be all our time.
I've done 4 of these, and I haven't come up with a good outro yet.
Smooth jazz. No, perfect outro. We can insert the Legume Technologies audio at the end.
Just fade to smooth jazz, or fade to Legume Technologies ad.
Just as it fades, it's just like the end. Smooth jazz.
Just
or have smooth jazz and then have the audio over, so it's like do 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 do. Hello, I'm Taylor House.
It's like one of the sitcom intros where they just do the jingle and it's like it fades to the thing. Except it's much more demonic.
I just had a random thought. Our speech and debate teacher said that Taylor, when you grow up and have a child, you should name him Brick. So that way he will be Brick House.
Yes. I remember him.
Oh, I love that.
There's a song.
He's gonna get bullied so much.
He would be.
It'll be worth it.
Will they be more bullied than X-12 though?
Oh.
We can put them in the
Yes,
same
mother.
class in Battle Royale.
I do want apple pie. Let me just finish up what I was doing. Alexa,
them
hang
in.
up. Alright.
Put them in for a Battle Royale.
X-12 and Brick House.
They both get the not a death ray.
Not a death ray.
Yes.
100% not a death ray.
This fight has been sponsored by Legume Technologies.
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh no.
Alright. So, there was our bad outro. I'm just gonna leave it here. Like,
Huh.
literally, I'm just gonna cut it off. Alright, anyway. Donate to Extra Life. Subscribe if you like, or like if you liked. Subscribe for more. Farewell.